Well, the following night, Saturday night, the action was at Wentworth Park as well in Sydney for the semi-finals of the Group 1 Vic Peters. Kahale Kaluna, fastest qualifier.
She's in box number 3. Have a look at the run from Zambora Brocky here, the first reserve, who gets into third as they go through the pen.
Dunya Dash at the rear, midway down the back. The front runner, Kahale Kaluna, led by two to Good Odds Angel, Zambora Brocky. 5 away to Mrs. Yuang, explosive range, cornering. Kahale Kaluna by 2. Good Odds Angel, Zambora Brocky launching. Kahale Kaluna gripping on and won narrowly.
Ooh, got there, Kahale Kaluna, owned by Australian Bloodstock Duke, who at this time last year was celebrating Protectionist Melbourne Cup win at Flemington.
Yeah, Kahale Kaluna, look, I spoke to Mark Gatt yesterday on Going Greyhounds, our radio program, and Kahale Kaluna, they paid around $120,000, I think, for this greyhound in the lead up to the final of the Magic Maiden that Black Bear Lee actually won. Yep. Mark then took over the greyhound, had 2 starts for an 8th and a 7th. He found out it had bad tonsils. Took the tonsils out of the greyhound. He's had 2 starts back. He's won his heat and semi-final of the Vic Peters. And if he comes out the way he did last Saturday night, Dave, he just nailed the jump to perfection. Yeah. He was able to lead. He's drawn box number 3 in the final. And Kahale Kaluna, look, he's got Blazing Bomber drawn outside of him, and I'm a bit up in the air about Blazing Bomber in the sense that I don't think he's really taken to Wentworth Park. We know he's a 29-2 dog at Sandown, a 29-6 dog at Angle Park. Blazing Bomber's run 30-13 and 30-10 at his 2 starts at Wenny. I think he's like so many of the interstate dogs that just feel their way around Wenny for a few starts. If he puts it all together, I've got no doubt he's probably a 29-6, 29-7 dog at Wentworth Park. Black Bear Lee drawn in box 5. It'll want to get to the fence with good early pace. Good Odds Ocker want to get to the fence with early pace. Zambora Brocky, probably the best drawn of those greyhounds out wide.
Well, I thought it was a great run, as you mentioned about Zambora Brocky, having to chase home a 29 and 69 winner, stuck to its task.
And checked on the top turn and lost ground. Kahale Kaluna's the favourite at $2.50 in front of Zambora Brocky at $3. The second reserve, No Donut, also at that quote. Blazing Bomber, they've kept it really safe there at $3.50. I thought he would have been longer in the market, but the boys, I think, are probably just thinking that if he reproduces his Melbourne form, he's going to be a real contender in this race. And the greyhound, I think, is at huge odds, is Black Bear Lee. It's $8.50. And we know that it is a very, very smart greyhound at Wentworth Park.
And drawn inside or in between 2 moderate beginners.
Well, it is, and it's a greyhound that, as we know, can show good early pace. Really toughed it out last Saturday night when winning its semi-final in 29.95 and put a gap on them in the concluding stages.
Well, all the best to Ruth Maddock and to her competitors on Saturday night.